Chess is more than a game. It's strategy, it's intelligence, it's friendship. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my channel. The game has just begun.
Hi chess friends, today I'm here to show you such a wonderful game. This game was played by Ian Nepomniachtchi and Levon Aronian, really too high level of chess master, and this is a very impressive game and I'm here to show you. Ian Nepomniachtchi plays with the white pieces, Levon Aronian with black pieces, and we can begin. c4 by Nepo, knight f6 by Levon, knight f3, e6, g3, d5, bishop g2, and d capture for c4. Here white sacrifices a pawn, but he has the advantage of this diagonal for the white, so for the bishop, so the light square bishop, and this pawn is so weak, so it's completely steady position. We have a queen a4 check, and bishop d7, and now queen c4. c5 by Levon, and knight e5. This knight here is an advanced knight and prevents move like this of normal development, because here follow this capture, and this pawn structure is so bad. So this is an idea of knight e5. We have queen c8, and now b3 by Nepo. Knight c6, and now this knight is defended by the queen, so the combination of b4 doesn't work, because here queen can capture. So here we have knight capture for d7, queen capture for d7, and bishop b2. Nepo develops his bishop on this strong diagonal. We have bishop e7, castle by white, and rook c8. This rook shot on c file and attacks this queen, maybe in the future. We have rook d1. You have to defend this pawn if you want to develop this knight. You can, if you develop this knight here, blacks can play simply bishop capture for d2. So rook d1, castle by black, and knight c3. The two players continue with the developments of their pieces. We have a6. You could play here in this position, move like this, queen d4, and change the queen, but here Levon tries to do something of different, and he push a6 with the idea to b5 next move. We have rook c1 to put pressure on c5 pawn, and b5. Queen is attacked, so Nepo has to move and play queen f4. We have h6 and d3 by Nepo. Rook d8, and now all pieces of both players are completely development. Queen d2, and queen a7 by Levon. We have e3 to control more d4 square, maybe in the future with the idea to push d3, d4, and now queen b6. queen e2 to move away the queen from this rook d file, and knight comes on b4. This knight here is so strong, attacks the a pawn, attacks the d pawn. So here Nepo decide to play a3 and kick away this knight. Knight d5. We have knight capture for d5, knight capture for d5, and now d4 by Nepo. Really strong move. We have knight f6. Here black could try move like this, because c4, because this pawn is can't be captured really, because if you capture after this, you lost a piece, you lose a piece. You can see is attack at free time, but you can, because when this pawn moves, this bishop is attacked, and now this follow. So it's a move to consider. But here Nepo Levon decide to play knight f6, and here we have d capture for c5, rook capture for d1 check, rook for d1, and now bishop c5 by Levon. We have bishop for f6. Here Nepo decide to double up this pawn. Here you could play something like this and pin this bishop, because if bishop move, rook falls. So here you have to be careful. Here black could play move like this, and after rook d1, black could rook c1, sorry about that. After rook c1, black here could play rook c7 with the idea to play in the next move rook d6, and this position is okay for so here Nepo decide to play to take the knight, because this bishop is so strong. But after some valuation, decide to play knight bishop for f6, pawn for f6, and now Nepo use this bad structure of black pawns and plays queen h5, and now it's a difficult position to defend for black. You can't defend the h pawn with move like this, because follow queen f7 check and the position completely fall apart. And you can play something like this, because king g7 allow the coming of the rook on d7, and this pawn is attacked. You have to defend with this, and now follow a really strong move, very difficult to see. Follow b4, and after b4, this bishop, he's in trouble, because has no square. This is not allowed, this is not allowed, because the rook come here. The only square possible is this, but here follow check, and after check move, follow queen capture for e6. This pawn is pinned, and rook capture for f7 is a terrible threat. So this is a problem. So you can't play move like this. So here Nepo Levon decide to capture the a3 pawn. Here the best move recommended by GM is very difficult to see. You should play bishop e7, and when rook come to on d7, you can play this, rook c7, and everything is defended, because this bishop block the attack of the rook on f7 pawn. But here Levon decide to take the pawn on a3, and here the position is winning for white, and here Nepo attacks and plays rook d7. Follow the only move, rook f8 to defend f7, and now you have to find this brilliant move, bishop e4. And seems a normal move. The idea is capture the pawn a6 to the next move and try checkmate on h7, and here follow the normal move, the only move that you can play to stop this bishop, f5. But here you have to find this beautiful move. If you want to stop the video to try to find the best move for white here, it's really difficult, because you have to see everything from the beginning, from when you play bishop e4. Here white plays queen capture for h6, and now this bishop is hanging. This is a beauty, because here if you black takes the bishop, and this happens in the game, Levon takes the bishop, follow the move, rook d5, and this move is so strong. You can't capture the rook because the queen falls, and this rook is a terrible threat because rook g5 is coming. You can defend if you try something like this, follow checkmate in 2, and if you try double push, f5, follow this check, and after check rook d7 is unstoppable, and after rook d7 queen g7 queen h7 is a checkmate. You can do nothing. So after rook d5, Levon decide to play queen e3. The idea is take a rook and a bishop for the queen, but after queen e3, e for d5, the position is completely bad for Levon, because this bishop and this rook are so in a bad position, bad coordination. So queen is too strong. So follows queen g5, check, king h8, and queen for d5. We have f5, and now queen d4 check, king g8, and again b4, super strong move. This bishop has no square, can only come here. If you don't move the bishop, and if you play something like this, it's a problem, because this bishop has no square. This is a point. You can play something like queen d5 check, and after the king move, it's a big problem. So you have to try to save this bishop c1, and now queen b6 to attack the weak pawn. You have to attack a weak pawn in the final endgame. Rook f7, but now queen for a6, and now e3, and after queen c8 check, Levon resign, because after the king move, this bishop falls, and this is completely winning. I want to show you again this beautiful combination, bishop e4 move, that can be stopped by this pushing, but now follows this rook d5, What a combination. And I hope this video enjoy you. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. And thank you very much. Really, see you soon with another video. Bye.